mustard on the beat. Don't get demonetized.
Yeah. Wait, when are
Did
you
you
gonna
watch
hit
the
record?
Did you watch the Super Bowl? Or maybe not the whole thing. The
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but apparently something memeable happened. That's the only thing I know about what's going on with that.
Kendrick gave energy to every hater in the world. Like more energy, I guess. More energy
Oh,
than he had before.
what? What happened?
So, I mean, you know about the feud, right?
The
Between
with
him and Drake.
Drake? Okay, yes.
Yeah. Wait, but you're just like, man, I don't know what's going on with
I
rap
feel
right
like such a
now.
grandpa when it comes to music pop culture. I'm like, yeah. I heard about that one Kendrick Lamar and Drake, whatever.
Drake. Yeah, so the feud between Drake and Kendrick and I'm sorry, it's just very funny to me that you're just like, what? I don't know what happened to Super Bowl. And to be fair, I don't watch football. Like I'm not interested in it. We just tuned into the halftime show. And I honestly forgot that the Super Bowl was happening the day it did. Um
Did you watch it live? Like tune in
yeah.
live?
Yeah,
Huh?
we don't have like cable or regular TV because money. Although
Money.
streaming might as well be cable now, the way everything's bundled and micro
Lord.
transactions. Yeah. Microtransactions. No, that's video games. I mean, just how everything is like $5 for this, $20 for this, $10 for this add-on. And I'm like, just give me cable again. Just point. Just give me a bundle. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
this is where we're at. Cable's probably cheaper at this point. But we watched it on Roku Live TV.
Ah.
Because Roku, I guess, was like, yeah, here's you can watch Fox, bleh, but you can watch the Super Bowl because Fox, I guess, was like the main host of it. Because Drake like has been threatening to sue, or either he did sue. Can't remember which one. If either he threatened or he did sue for "Not Like Us" and like the songs that were kind of going back and forth between them. Because in "Not Like Us," he says the line like, "Hey Drake, say Drake, I heard you like 'em young." And then like the line "certified lover boy, certified pedophile."
So like defamation, suing for defamation, I guess.
Is it defamation if it's true?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Drake do be creeping. He do be creeping.
And plus, like, how do you? Gosh, I was recently looking at a couple articles, kind of about suing in the music industry. The thing I was looking at was a little bit different, but it makes me think. With this specific thing, he doesn't like first name, last name Drake. You know what I mean? Like, how? Like, I feel like suing in this sort of instance makes it even more obvious that you are a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Like if if he leaves it alone, then it's kind of like, oh, he could be talking about anybody that's named Drake, whatever, who cares? But
Yeah. Also,
suing
I've never
makes
heard
it
of
obvious if
people.
it's you, dude.
I'm not like really in tune with all of my rap beef drama because I do not follow celebrity drama. But the only rap beefs that I have followed in the last like year or two have been Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, and even then, that beef wasn't really like that beef was weird on Nicki's part 'cause she was just wilding out, and Meg is just like, I'm just trying to mind my business and
Mm.
do stuff. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. I really enjoy her music. And then the other one is the Kendrick and Drake feud. And yeah, it's kind of like, what are you doing here? Like Drake, just chill, chill. Your music's not even that good. Just chill. Um, but yeah, so like the memeable moment was like the camera zoomed in as Kendrick was like walking by with the microphone, and he just looks dead in the camera and he's like, "Say Drake, I heard you like I'm young." And now you just see the meme of like him walking with like the microphone, like looking right at the camera, and like everybody's kind of like using that. And
Uh,
honestly, I wish I kind of had the haterade energy that Kendrick had. I do not, but I have never seen. It's like when the beef started and the track started going back and forth. it wasn't even back and forth. It was like Drake talking about stuff and then Kendrick just dropping a track, dropping a track, dropping a track, dropping a track. And everybody was like, what is happening? It has been 12 hours. Why is there another track? It's been 6 hours. There's another one. This man is so mad. What like I felt like Thugnificent in that episode of the Boondocks where he's like, and then I started thinking, what did he do to make them so mad? I was like, what
Wow.
happened?
Jeez.
I'm like, I've never seen somebody this angry. But honestly, you know what? Props to having that haterade energy because maybe that's what keeps Kendrick in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know.
Oh god. Speaking of what's keeping you animated,
Hi.
welcome to Keeping You Animated.
Welcome, welcome. I'm
Uh,
Bre.
and I'm Way.
We said this in our last like mini episode, but it's been a while. We're happy to be back chatting
Yeah,
and
yo.
just chilling and
Chatting and chilling with friends.
chatting and chilling with friends and singing random songs on the podcast. I think we did this a lot before.
Mm-hmm.
I make a
Yes, we
lot of random
did.
I make a lot of random jingles when I talk to my baby as well.
Mm-hmm.
I sing like random little songs to her, but they're not even good. It's just me being sing-songy with like, I'm changing your diaper. How are
Yo.
you doing today? We gotta take the wipes and put them on your butt and get the pee off your butt. And she just kind
I
of looks
do
at
the
me
same
like,
thing.
what?
I do the same thing with my cats. I just do covers of songs and put meow in them and other cat sounds. And my cats are just like, yes, I am imprisoned with this insane black man who's constantly singing at me. Oh my gosh.
If you do that, you should like just put on
I kind of
our
almost want to like make a
cat
gag
album.
cover, yeah, just a gag cat album of cover songs like I want to know what meow is. Let's talk about meow. I want you to meow me.
What's meowing on? What's meowing on? What's meowing on? What's meowing on?
Yeah, it's
Ticket
literally
time,
like that.
meowster.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Marvin Gaye. I don't know. Maybe Marvin Gaye. I don't know if Marvin Gaye like cats. I'm sorry.
hey, Winslow. I heard you like them cat food.
What? Or you can do a Drake one, right? You used to meow me on my meow phone.
Meow, 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 meow. Late night when you need some purr.
Wait, that's a Drake song, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The hotline bling.
I think that might be the only Drake song I can think of, like off the top of my head, and I don't really even like it. It's just like an earworm because it was played a lot. What the fuck were we talking about before?
You were about to segue into what's keeping me animated by asking, "Hey, wait, what's keeping you animated?" Something to that effect.
Hey, Waymond,
Mm-hmm.
what is keeping you animated? But also, you should watch Gabby's Dollhouse because you were talking about meows and whatnot. And I was talking about earworms because Gabby's Dollhouse is so stimmy. Sorry, I know this is like not relevant, but I just need to tell people that I get it. I get why the children like Gabby's Dollhouse because it is just nothing but stimmy and vocal stimmy with little. It's just everything's a
Are
cat.
they are they just saying up to Mike like the lip smack meow 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 and grab some paper, rustle some paper? Like
I
I
don't.
think I'm just imagining when I say here like Stibby, like I guess I'm imagining ASMR.
I guess kind of, but not really. It's more just like when you have like the weird urge to just start randomly making random sounds. Like that's kind of what I mean by stimmy and vocal stimmy. Which I guess is now like a thing because people make vocal stim compilations on YouTube. I don't know. The times are changing. But Gabby's Dollhouse, I just really need to get this out. It's a cute little preschool show. DreamWorks does it. My husband says that it keeps the lights on at DreamWorks because like it's just like one of the most profitable things that they have in like the TV sector because
Is that
children
on like Netflix
love
or
it.
something?
Yeah, it's on Netflix and children love it. Children love
Mm.
Gabby. And you know how like Miss Rachel is new, I guess Mr. Rogers and maybe new Blues Clues Steve. So like I guess Gabby is also kind of like in that same vein of like a human person and then some cute little like cartoon magical elements and she's just like a tween child that has cat everything in her bedroom and she's got like these little cat ears that she like wiggle like she touches the cat ears and then she basically blue skidoos into like her playhouse and then goes on like little adventures with like these CG cartoon cats. But
Did you wait?
and
It sounds like you're high as heck, Bree. What are you talking about?
it's Gabby. It's Gabby
Oh my gosh.
Dollhouse. But there's
I I've
but she
heard of
also
this,
gets
but
like
I've never seen any of this.
dude,
So it's just like what?
just put on one episode and you'll be like, "Oh my god, this is the cutest and like weirdest thing I've ever seen." Um but also like she'll get like a little letter, I guess, from her cat friends and like the weird animated cat dimension. I don't know what it's called. And it comes down on like a little cat like conveyor belt like machine thing and it goes like meow 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 and then there's just a lot of things that are just like that have like meow 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 music and I'm like oh this is very adorable and I don't even like cats like that. I'm a dog person.
All right, I'll have to check out maybe that'll be my what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I would love for you to like watch an episode or two of Gabby's Dollhouse and just get back to me on that. I want to know what your thoughts are because it's weird but cute and just very stimmy. It's also very colorful, just like lots of colors. Anyway, I get why the children enjoy it. But yeah, what's keeping you animated?
Gosh. Beautiful. That was wonderful. What has been keeping me animated for the past couple of months is my local library. Oh man, I feel like I'm a PBS special the way I presented that. But specifically the services that the library provides, specifically Canopy. Canopy is this online streaming platform that is available for people that have library cards. It kind of depends on the library that you
Mhm.
go to because not every library has this, but
Is it like
I
Libby?
it's basically like Libby. Yeah, it's basically a online way to borrow things from the library, and this is Canopy is specifically for video stuff. So like film and TV, documentaries, educational videos. Have you heard of Canopy at
I have
all?
not. This is like the first time I'm hearing about it, so I'm curious to hear more.
Yeah, I mean, I've basically like I feel like I sing its praises anytime I can, because it's well, first off, it's free if you have a library card,
Yeah.
and it has so much to offer, and you can find so much stuff, and a lot of stuff, including like a lot of like newer films, like Oscar nominated films, and like also in that way Oscar winning films, like
Mhm.
different television series, foreign
Oh,
films.
that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of cult classics, like super older films. Like I believe the platform probably has like a licensing deal with like the Criterion Collection because there's a
I was
lot of
just about
like
to
old
say
school films.
I was just about to say this sounds like a digital well, Criterion is also digital, right? It's
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's also digital. Like I believe Criterion also has a streaming platform. There's just a lot of streaming
There's
platforms,
an
of
app
course,
for
these days.
everything.
There's basically an app for everything. Canopy, I just really like because it's one of those. I basically like what we were talking about, where it's like streaming has basically become the new cable, where it's like super expensive and there's a bunch of different ones, and it's like okay, you might as well be watching cable at this point. It's just nice to have one that's ad free and like
Ooh.
you just have access to different stuff. Like it's not everything, of course. Like, you probably won't find like the newest streamable movie or something. But it has a lot to offer. Um, and it's just really cool. And I mean, it has its cons. You know, like those pros are awesome, but it also has its cons because, of course, it's a streaming platform, and I feel like every streaming platform kind of has its cons. Like,
Is the UI like really bad? Because the UI of Amazon is absolutely atrocious, in my opinion.
yeah, it's
Take that, Jeffrey.
it is kind of whack. The UI is a little wackadoo. It kind of depends on what platform you look watching. Like watching on my Roku, it's kind of like, all right, this is kind of bad. But then watching on a browser, I'm like, okay, this is like a little bit more passable. And my phone too is like, okay, yeah, this is a little bit more passable. But one of my main cons about it is that it has this ticket based system where it's like, I guess depending on what
Oh,
library you're with, you have a certain amount of borrows per month, which I think
um,
also I think Libby does that too, and even
yeah, I don't get it
and
though. Do you
Hoopla.
understand? Do, Hoopla also a
Yeah,
library
Hoopla. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
card?
Yeah. So this is I guess this is technically a Canopy, but a discussion. But Hoopla is also another one that's really awesome. Like I'll rope Hoopla into this too. Like it's basically Libby and Canopy put together, where you can borrow different books, but you can also borrow different movies and like available TV shows and
Oh,
stuff like that. I think what makes it different is I think Libby and Canopy are owned by the same company and Hoopla is like owned by a different company, but there's still
oh.
stuff accessible and free from your library.
That's honestly pretty cool that the library has so much available to it, and like, because I have a library card, but I feel I don't utilize it as much as I should, and especially, um in the time that we are now when libraries are being threatened,
Mm-hmm.
we really should be supporting our local libraries and just trying to make sure we utilize all of the services that they have, because oh boy,
Yeah, truly.
we're in
That's
a hostile government takeover.
I still haven't learned the song.
I
um,
want to talk about
I'll
it,
be
but I'll
late
be late
for
for
work. There we go.
work.
But
There's more. There are more lines.
but you're totally like correct. Like that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it up, because it's like one of these services the library has, and it's like, okay, people need to know that it exists and be using it so that it doesn't go away, because
Yeah.
it's very very cool. And the like
Do they have banned books on there? Because that would be
ooh,
also
that'd be
really cool if
interesting.
they
I don't
did.
know what the banned book stuff, or like what the availability of that is. It really depends on what the library can license, because a part of the reason why there's like a certain number of borrows based off of the library that you are at is because of licensing, like what the library can afford to license.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because that's something that always confused me with Libby. Because my husband uses Libby quite a
Hmm.
bit, and he always talks about how, like, oh, I have to finish this book, or finish this audiobook, or else he'll like lose it because somebody else is waiting on it. And I've always been curious. I'm like, I don't really get how the digital checkout system works if it's digital.
Yeah,
It's like, is it
that's one of the things I'm annoyed by with Libby specifically, because it's very much like, all right, like, you can borrow this book, but like someone else has requested to, or borrow this ebook, and someone else has requested to borrow this ebook. So if you're done reading it, like you can't read it or renew it because someone else has dibs on the hold. And it's like, well, it's digital, so shouldn't there be like a million versions of this? This is one of the reasons why I like Hoopla a little bit more, because Hoopla doesn't have the hold policy that Libby has, where it's like, okay, you have to return this or you can't renew it. It has the timed, like, okay, you have this for 21 days or whatever the amount of days is. But once that, once that is up, you can just be like, oh, okay, I just want to renew and it's not a problem. That's what I like about Hoopla. Like Libby is different. It has this whole like holds thing that kind of acts as if it's a physical library. And I believe it's because of Lines to Sing and stuff like that. I don't know officially what it is because Hoopla can do it, and I'm like, why can't you do it if Hoopla can do it? But yeah, I digress. It basically it has that like okay, certain number of tickets that you get for a month, and each movie costs like a certain amount of tickets. But one of the things people I've heard do is if you have access to multiple libraries, you can like just have multiple ways of having access to or boosting the amount of borrows you can have. So I do that. There are a couple of libraries in Los Angeles area. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just have a couple of library cards, and I'm just like, okay, if I'm losing the amount of borrows that I have with this, I can do it on another card and stuff like that. All this to say, support your local library, and this is just one of the ways that you can. And the things that I've specifically have been watching
Mm-hmm.
on Canopy, or I guess a little sampling of things that are available on Canopy. A lot of old films, like one of the films I watched recently is I'm gonna pronounce this so bad, Mazka Fogo or Cat City, which is a film that I wanted to watch for years. I think I wanted to watch it since like college, but
Wait, what's it called? Sorry,
it's
say it
called
again.
Cat City in English.
Cat
Yeah.
City.
Mazka Fogo in Hungarian because it's a 1986 Hungarian film,
Oh wow.
animated film, and I learned about it from this blog called Living Lines Library. I think we might have mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that. I love Living Lines Library. I love that
Yo,
database. I
yes,
think I found out about it when I was in
yep,
college,
same. Yeah, and
and
yeah,
it's
yes, it's
delicious.
such a delicious resource. I think that's also keeping me animated, but
Honestly, thank you for bringing it up because I forgot about its existence.
yeah, no, it's
Um,
gosh, it's such a great resource. I don't know how much it's still up or whether it's still updated or not, but it's still right now at least
I think it
has.
is. I just went to it. I just went
Oh,
to it,
nice.
and there was an update as of January 30th,
Oh,
2025.
heck yeah, awesome.
Yeah, somebody uploaded this video that I saw maybe like a month or two ago called "What's It Like Working at Disney Animation?" and it's some dude going on a tour,
Hmm.
a guided tour at Disney
What? Yeah.
Feature.
What's the URL for that actually? Because I was like, it's like Live Lily something, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's livelily.blogspot.com for anybody that wants to go. And especially for you, if you're a student or even if you just don't know about it, what makes this database so special is because it's basically an archive of pencil tests from films, TV shows, production art,
Visual
and
development, like
yeah,
yeah,
VisDev,
character designs, backgrounds,
documentaries,
documentaries.
all related to animation. It's just like this really cool resource of just anything animation that you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
And also has links to different like animation websites or animation like magazines, online
Oh yeah, yeah,
news
different
sources.
animation resources on the
Yeah,
Blogspot. Yeah, Blogspot. Those are the days of Blogspot.
people used to make their portfolios with Blogspot back in the day. I thought.
Yeah. Yep. No, they definitely did. I don't know if they like people still do it. Like it still exists, but I don't know if people still utilize it. But that's where, like, back in college, I saw like the character designs and concept art for Mascafogo. So I was like, oh, I want to watch this film so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just recently, I think within the last year, got what do you call it when you find a film and you make it look good?
Remastered.
Thank you. It was remastered recently by this company called Deaf Crocodile that does a lot of like remastering of and redistribution of old film. And they, I guess, have a partnership with Canopy. And that's how it got on the Canopy's platform. So I was just like, yes, thank you. I've been wanting to watch this for so long. So that. Benny's Bathtub, which is a 1971 Danish
Betty's
film.
bathtub.
Benny's Bathtub.
That's a
It's
cool
such a
title.
it's pretty wackadoo. I mean, it's psychedelic animated film. And it's from the 70s, so you can imagine and it's kind of psychedelic.
When I think of psychedelic and a bathtub and like the 70s, it just makes me think of Fritz the Cat.
Uh
That's what that makes me think of. And I'm
that's
just like,
fair.
huh.
That's very fair. But yeah, Betty's Bathtub also that was remastered and distributed by Deaf Crocodile. So I guess shout out to Deaf Crocodile if you're curious about some, remastering and redistribution of super old film, like animated and live action. Because I found out about them, I recently bought a remaster of the film Feliday from them. Yeah, I guess that's also keeping me animated.
They sound kind of like discotheque media, but like for old animation.
Yeah. I don't
Do
know
you
what
know
discotheque
discotheque?
means. No, I haven't heard of discotheque, but
Oh, discotheque is great. They're very similar to the company you're talking about, where they kind of take old properties. They take a lot of old anime, old tokusatsu shows, different live action, Japanese or like in general live action, like Asian shows, and basically like remaster them, put them on Blu-ray, and make them like just re-available for meat for consumption again for
oh,
purchase.
dope. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much what Deaf Crocodile does. Yeah. But back to Canopy, like that's basically some of the stuff I've been watching on Canopy, and I think I forgot to mention too, one of the pros of it is like all the kids content is free to watch, so you can kind of just like
Nice.
watch anything that's like available that's animated, that's I guess labeled kids content. So I think even like Benny's Bathtub was labeled like kids content, so I was like, okay, cool, I didn't have to use up one of my borrows to watch this like wackadoo 70s film. um
I
but
love how you're saying wackadoo because I just think about Bluey.
I feel like what wait, is that a word that said it bluey? I could see that. That would make
Chili
sense.
said it several times, like, "Oh, wackadoo."
I feel like it's a word that's been popping up in my vocabulary a lot recently because I watched recently the new The Monkey film, the
What
new
is that? What is that? I keep
Osgood
seeing that
Os
around.
Osgood no Oz Perkins film, the new horror Osgood Perkins film.
It's a
Um
horror movie?
so not the monkey film that's the Robbie Williams biopic that's
Okay. That's what I'm
there's a lot
talking
there's
about.
a lot of
Because
monkey
I saw
movies out right
in the
now.
Monkey Man with Dev
Yeah,
Patel,
Monkey Man with Dev Patel and
which was really good if you haven't seen it. That
the
movie was sick as fuck. I
I haven't
loved
seen
it.
it yet. I have not seen it yet. But yeah, that the movie, the Robbie Williams biopic. I can't remember the name. Is it? I can't remember the name of that film, but that also it's like a biopic of Robbie Williams.
Who
But
is that?
yeah, Robbie
Who's
Williams
Robbie?
is
Yeah.
I don't know entirely because he's most famous in the UK, but he
Okay.
is basically a British pop star, a super famous British pop
Oh,
star.
okay. Yeah, I just
Um,
kept seeing that like it was doing bad, and then people were dunking on it, being
oh,
like,
really?
"The reason why we haven't watched this movie is because we don't know who this is." Like that's what
Yeah.
that was like a. I don't know if I saw it on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Elon, you can suck it. And Sorry, I'm very upset at the oligarchy that is controlling everything right now,
But
as
of course.
everyone is. So,
Mhm.
and being a parent, I have just lost. I have zero. I'm no patience, no grace.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm fighting for my rights.
Amen,
Elon
amen.
can kick it. Elon can kick rocks. So you know where we stand on this
Yes.
podcast. Elon sucks. Jeffrey sucks. The fascist in charge sucks. All of them are terrible. They suck. Anyway, didn't mean to tangent and rant, but I just needed people to know where I stand if
Tangent
you
is
didn't
so
know.
hard on it, but definitely, of course, if you didn't know it, now you know.
Now, now if you don't know, now you know. Anyway, crap, what was I saying?
You're talking about just seeing something on Twitter about the Robbie Williams
Right.
biopic. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how people are dunking on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard mixed things because it's like, yeah, American audiences aren't super aware of him.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. I thought
I also don't know entirely who he is. Like I've heard of him previously, and then this movie coming out, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of this person. It just
Okay, see, this whole time while you were talking, I'm like, oh, Wayman saw that movie that like people hate. I wonder what he thought about it because I don't know anything about
no, I saw
it.
the third monkey-based movie that came out recently, which is The Monkey, which is a Stephen King adaptation, directed by
Mm.
I think it's Osgood Perkins,
Is his stuff
and
like in public domain or something, or is he just like letting people buy up all of his stuff to
I
make
feel like people are
adaptations?
buying up his stuff. Probably Stephen King buying
Yeah.
up his stuff. I guess so.
Yeah,
I think that
there's been
has
a
to be
lot.
what's going on.
I feel
Hmm.
like there's been a lot of Stephen King stuff popping up since it. Like it's just been more because
Hmm.
didn't we just got Salem's Lot last year?
Oh, I haven't heard of Salem's Lot.
Yeah, because it's about like vampires and stuff. I've not watched it yet, but the trailer looked really cool. It was on HBO Max.
Mm, okay, word. Yeah, I forgot why I brought up the
Oh,
monkey.
weren't you watching it on Canopy?
I did not watch it on Canopy. I actually,
Oh,
yeah, this is a brand new movie that just came
oh,
out,
oh,
so I watched
oh,
it
oh.
in theaters. Um, so yeah, I that's why I'm like, why did I bring that up? It was in theaters.
This is what happens when you get somebody who's neurodivergent and unmedicated with somebody who also can tangent
Yeah,
together to
like
talk.
tangents, just tangented. Um, but oh boy, I don't even remember why I brought up Monkey. But I guess that's an opportunity to go back to Canopy. Hey guys, use it. If your library has access to it, definitely use it and don't forget about it. And it has a lot of brilliant resources. I mean, not even just film, TV stuff, but
Hmm.
also educational resources. Like I was watching through this educational video series called The Great Courses, specifically on French, because I've been learning French. And it has this educational resource for learning French. And just has a whole bunch of other stuff like on historical topics, on cultural topics, a lot of great. Gosh, and one of the things I even talk about too was just the way that they have everything structured. They have like so much content organized by different cultures. Like for February, they had Black History Month, so they had all their Black history documentary and Black
Mm,
films,
mm.
like all organized together. They have a really great resource of LGBTQ plus because we keep the T and the Q and over here and keeping you animated.
Hell yeah, we do.
We're not taking out any T's, any Q's
Hell
or anything,
yeah.
any pluses. But they have for queer film and queer education.
That's
Um,
cool.
so it's just a really good resource, and it's been keeping me animated.
So, in the words of Blade from Blade Trinity, use it.
Use it.
Use it.
Speaking of what's keeping me animated, what's keeping you animated, Bree?
Spider Man.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
See,
whoosh.
I'm not even that big of a Spider-Man fan, nor am I that big of a Marvel fan.
For those who
Not,
can only hear, I was doing the fushes and I was doing the little Spider-Man hand poses.
he was.
But yeah, you were saying you're a super huge Spider-Man fan and you love Spider-Man and you die on the hill of Spider-Man. Is that what you were saying?
No, no, not at all, not in the slightest. Do not put those words in my mouth. I don't need the Spider Verse super fans coming for me. I need people to know that I am very surface level Spider Man knowledge.
You're a huge Spider-Man 3
No.
fan. Is that what you're like? Sam Raimi. Is that his name? Sam Raimi, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. The only one
Yeah.
that counts.
Listen, for the longest time, I was not a big fan of the Garf. I was like, who is this? Who is this man? Kiki Palmer, sorry to this man.
Yeah.
That's how I
And
felt about it.
Andrew Garf. You're talking to Andrew Garf.
I'm talking to the Garf. Because I've seen his is amazing Spider-Man, right?
I believe this is amazing. I can totally look it up right now.
We have technology.
Yeah, technology. Yes, he was the amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, so Toby was the only Spider-Man for me for the longest time, and also 90s Spider-Man from the series where that goes burner down down down
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man burner
radioactive
down
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Like that was the only Spider-Man content that I consumed. It was Toby and that show, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm good. And then the Garf came along, and I'm like, who are you? I don't know.
Whoa,
We don't we,
Spider-Man has a skateboard.
we don't. I was like T'Challa. We do not do that here.
Like the Amazing Spider-Man, I couldn't tell you what happens in any of the films because it had 2 films, right? Or maybe
Yeah,
3?
it had to, because the second one is when I don't know. This movie's been out for a while. I'm sorry, spoiler alert. You can skip this part. You can skip this if you don't want to hear it. But this is when like Gwen dies and the stuff with her happens.
That happens in 2?
Yeah, she
Oh, wow.
doesn't, because this first one is just about like her dad question mark and becoming like the big lizard man,
I see, yes.
I think. And then the second one is Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Ah, okay, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Again, sorry if I got the name wrong. I have not seen the second Amazing Spider-Man movie. I just know that that's when the iconic thing happens when Spider-Man goes after Gwen, and then like he pulls her back and then she's dead, and then he's like, "Oh no, was it me, or was it my web, or did she die before? I don't know." Ah.
Hey,
Like I
physics, bro. It was physics.
yeah. It's physics. Should
Yeah.
have should have got good Spider-Man. No.
Mm.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Um,
Uh,
but and then what's his face? Little baby Tom Holland came along, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty all right. He's like a okay. I guess I'll just put it out there. The reason why I wasn't really fucking with the Garf was because at first I didn't really like that Peter Parker felt very cool.
yeah, yeah. Spider-Man with a skateboard. Yeah, yeah. Peter
But I
Parker's
liked
so
his
cool.
it was weird. It was like, and I know people don't like Toby because they're like, "Why is he so corny?" But I feel like the Toby movies, less so the third one, because we all know the third one is, but but I feel like the Toby movies feel like comic books. Like those
Mm,
feel like comic books to me. And then Garf Amazing Spider-Man, like his Spider-Man was cool, but I did not like his Peter Parker that much.
hmm
And then I loved Toby's Peter and Spider-Man, and
hmm
I feel like Tom Holland is a nice combo of like Garth Spider and then the Toby like Peter Parker, and then is doing his own thing with it. All that to say is that again, my knowledge of Spider-Man is very surface level and only goes as far as those movies and then Miles, but more so from the Spider-Verse animated films, which I think are probably the greatest Spider-Man things
hmm
um, ever that I have seen personally.
hmm
I do not consume the comics. Maybe I should. Maybe if people want to give me Rex on like where to start, like what to read in Spider-Man as like a beginner of comics, that would be cool. I'd be down to start
Man,
reading Spider-Man
comics
comics
feels
because there's so
so
many.
daunting.
Comics
Yeah.
is very daunting.
Mhm.
Like American comics specifically is very daunting. Um,
Specifically, super. I will say specifically superhero.
because there's so many like uh arcs and storylines. Like I'm a big DC fan, right? And I
Mhm.
think DC is a mess and very convoluted. But and again, more semi-surface level knowledge, but like I know about like New 52 and all that stuff, and like I read a chunk of New 52 and it wasn't really all that good. I didn't like it that much, but like there are certain like stories, and I think that's kind of how I've decided to approach comic book reading, where you look for a recommendation of like what's a good like one shot or like a one-off arc that is really good, and then you can start, if you like it, you can deep dive. Like when people say, how do I want to get to Superman, a lot of people always recommend All-Star Superman is like the definitive, like everybody likes this one for the most part, you can start there. Or it's like, oh, I want to read a Batman thing, it's like, okay, read Batman Year One, you can do that. That's something that's you can easily kind of pick up and read.
Mhm.
You could do that. Or I mean, I don't know. maybe I wouldn't really recommend somebody start off with Killing Joke because that's a bit intense. That's, I don't watch that movie.
Yeah.
That movie was doo doo.
I didn't even know they had a movie
I'm
of it.
tangent away from Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I'm talking about superheroes in general.
Oh yeah, you're talking DC. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
But the reason why, like, I just wanted to put out there, like, what my knowledge of Spider-Man as far as it goes is because I really enjoyed Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is the new animated series, showrun, like, EP'd by Jeff Tremmel. And we have, like, some friends on that crew, and they just did, like, a really good job with it. And I think that it is probably, again, one of the best Spider-Man animated series that I have seen personally out of the very small amount of animated series, which I guess is just one. No, two. No, two. I've only seen two other Spider-Man series, which is the 90s one and then that MTV like CG one from like the early 2000s that was a little more like adult. Yeah,
CG
there was a
one. I
CG
don't remember
one
this.
like on MTV
All
and
right,
it
let me
looks
look this
it
up. I
looks
guess
so
MTV
it looks so early
Spider-Man.
2000s if you look it up.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
wow, I do remember this. Okay, wow, this is wild. I almost forgot about this
Yeah.
completely.
I guess adding that to like my surface level Spider-Man knowledge.
There's also what was it? The one where he has a cape. Is it
I think it's Ultimate.
Spider-Man? What was it called? Is that
Is
no?
it not?
He goes to like, so there's a Spider-Man series. I was just rewatching it like a couple months ago, where he goes to the future slash another dimension.
Is that not
Um,
Ultimate Spider-Man?
Maybe it's Ultimate. Hold on,
Or
let
is
me pop it
Ultimate the one with
real
Neil
fast.
Patrick
Ultimate
Harris? I
Spider-Man.
only know these things because my husband he watched those and he told me about it.
So it's not Ultimate Spider-Man, but it's so Ultimate Spider-Man was the one with, with Drake Bell.
Oh,
Wow, in
wait, then
2012.
which one was NPH
Um,
in?
is it
I'm sorry for
no.
anybody who's a Spider-Man fan listening to this. They're probably like, "Wow, they don't know anything." I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Hold on, I really want to get this because it was literally one of my favorite Spider-Mans, but it's kind of bad.
You just upset somebody by
It
saying
wasn't.
that.
No, it was okay. Oh gosh, what is it? The weird Spider-Man movie. Oh, okay, Spider-Man
Oh,
Unlimited. Do
Unlimited.
you remember
Is that
Spider-Man?
the NPH one?
Let me
I know Neil
see.
Patrick Harris was on one
Spider-Man
of them.
Let's see. Nope, he's
Oh
on
well,
this
then
one.
I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm Mandela affecting that from something else.
But yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited was another like it was kind of it's basically a reboot. Oh yeah, it was kind of a reboot of Spider-Man the animated series that it came out in 1999. Huh, yeah. But basically in that I guess you haven't seen it, so sorry for
That's
tangenting.
fine.
But basically it's like kind of in the future, like I guess after the events of Spider-Man the animated series, and Jonah Jameson was J. Jonah. No, what's his name? J. Jonah Jameson, that guy.
J.K.
But his
Simmons.
son, who's an J.K. Simmons' son, the son of J.K. Simmons, who's like, I believe he's an astronaut in the series, but becomes like a werewolf because he like gets this moon rock that turns him into a
What?
werewolf or whatever. Anyway,
What?
past that, it's one of the things that happens in the animated series. I think it maybe also happens in the comics, but I can't remember. Anyway, Unlimited, he's just an astronaut who he goes to space. I don't know why, but Spider-Man's also going to space with him. It's kind of convoluted, but they accidentally go into a portal that sends them into a different dimension where humans are enslaved to this like mutant species that are like half humanoid, half animal, and
What?
it's basically a series where like Spider-Man is trying to Spider-Man is trying to free, and Spider-Man and J. Jonah Jameson's son are trying to free the humans in this future other dimension. But also the animal human hybrids think that Spider-Man is also an animal human hybrid because he's Spider-Man. He's part spider, part man, but he's actually just a human who has spider
He's like
powers.
Blade, like the Daywalker.
Kind of, and it's a little bit like that from my memory. I might be completely off with this, but I remember a part of the aspect of it was like who is this like mutant guy who's helping humans? It's crazy. I
Do
hate
you
it.
remember
But
the
yeah.
episode of the old Spider-Man series where he went to like Charles's like manor and like met the X-Men and stuff, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't want to be a mutant. Can you like fix this? Like, I'm upset." And I'm just like, "What's happening?"
I don't remember this.
Well, because like all those, because like X-Men and the Iron Man show, I guess there was an Iron Man show. I didn't watch it.
In the 90s? Wait, is this from
Yeah,
the
like
90s animated series or
yeah,
is it
like the
different?
X-Men,
There's an
Spider-Man,
Iron Man
and I
show in the
think there was an
90s?
Iron Man one. Like they all like were in the same universe. It was kind of like how Bruce Timm's DCAU like crossed over like with Static,
Sure,
Justice
yeah, because
League,
I
all that.
knew like in Spider-Man and X-Men, the animated series, I knew they were like same
Yeah,
universe.
I'm pretty sure the Iron Man one was too. I think, or I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. My brain, all of this is like in the memory bank.
Again, disclaimer, we are not Spider-Man
We are not. I am not a
experts.
Marvel expert. My knowledge is better with DC than it is Marvel. I'm so sorry, guys. But even then, like my DC knowledge is
But
not that deep, but it's better than it is for Marvel. um,
but you're talking about Your Friendly
Yes,
Neighborhood
Your Friendly
Spider-Man.
Neighborhood Spider-Man. So like we've been waiting on this for a while cuz like what was it? Like a year or two ago, I believe, that we knew a lot of people were working on it. We were excited for it, and then suddenly we see that like everybody got laid off and we're like, "Wait, what happened?" And people were worried it wasn't going to come out, and obviously they are going to put it out, but it is a blessing. People got hired back onto it, and now they've been greenlit for two more seasons, season 2 and 3, and they're working on that right now, and
Nice.
everyone just seems really excited. Jeff and the team did like just such a really good job, and I believe the show has sort of like persevered through the unfortunate angry right-wing mob that comes after anything that does not conform with like what it used to be. People yelling like, "Oh, it's woke and DEI and because Osborne is black and voiced by actor uh Coleman Domingue.
Coleman
He's so cool.
Domingo, my favorite. Oh god, I love his voice
His
so much.
like, oh my, I can't even. I was gonna do like an impression, but I'm like, I can't because it's just too cool and too distinct.
It's a very distinct, very deep
It
voice
is, and it's
that
like a little
I'm just like,
gravelly and like deep, but you're like, ooh,
mhm,
butter.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Smooth
Mhm,
like butter.
mhm,
um,
mhm.
smooth like butter.
Yeah.
And Harry Osborn, voiced by Zeno Robinson, doing a really good job out there getting the bag. And we have characters like Nico Minoru from The Runaways, Pearl. I forget her last name, but I didn't know who Pearl was. But she is again. My husband knows more because he plays Marvel Snap. But he told me that Pearl was a character from the OG comics as well, and she's a superhero. She's like a water-based superhero. God, I forget what she's called, what her superhero name
Ah.
is. Again, we have technology. Let me look this up.
Yeah.
Pearl,
Pearl the
Pearl
sprinkler,
Penguin. And does she have a what? Wait, what is her Wave? I'm like, what is like, what was she called? Wave. Wave is her name.
wait,
Yeah,
ah,
and I'm very
fun.
curious to and also Lonnie. So basically like the show is just kind of taking characters that I think we haven't really seen outside of comics interacting with Peter and some superhero stuff and like kind of bringing them more in the mainstream. And it was like making racists upset because they're like, that's not Mary Jane, that's not Gwen Stacy. And then it's like, but these are characters that exist. Like people were like, "Oh, you're race switching, race swapping." And it's like, no, you dummy. Like these characters exist. The Spider Verse is infinite. We know this. Like you can have
Mhm.
multiple things
Yeah,
happening.
we have multiple universes, guy like, what? Like
Like your Peter Parker
It's
from the
crazy
'90s, you're
to be so
like your
possessive.
Peter Parker can exist over here. Like I think I saw some sentiment too that it was like, well, if they wanted to do like a diverse show, why didn't they just have it be Miles? And it's like, I don't know, Peter can have black and brown friends too, y'all. Like it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Multiple things can exist. It's
Yeah, because
okay.
Pearl is she's a Filipina superhero, and like that's really cool. And I'm very curious to see how in the next season they bring in like the superpowers of like Nico Minoru and Pearl and Lonnie, because Lonnie, I guess like these are spoilers if you haven't watched Your Friendly Neighborhood Spiderman yet. So just a quick spoiler tag warning. I want to give you like 5 seconds. One, two, three, four, five, because Lonnie becomes Tombstone, and I'm curious to see how like that will play into things um when the second season comes around. All right, spoiler tag is over.
Okay, cool. I I literally took off my headphones because I am curious to
Well,
watch this.
listen. I think it's really fun, and like the art direction for it too. Like let's talk about the art direction. It looks like a moving comic. I really love how it moves. I love how it's a little more limited. Because I know that this was like a hot button. Like, oh, well, it looks choppy. Why is it like this? And I feel like Western like animation consumers are a little too obsessed with quote unquote smooth animation, if you will. Like, we watch anime and we know that anime is not animated on ones unless like they get in there and maybe do a little bit of like
Sakuga.
crazy Sakura action stuff, or maybe they want to like do an emphasis on something. But a lot of that stuff is very
Mm.
limited. Threes, sometimes fours, and it's all about like you don't need to have 24 frames per second if you know how to push your keyframes and you know how to like just like push your poses. And when it comes to CG, I feel like if it's very stylized in a certain way, it looks fine. And I think that's how I feel about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That I love the sort of like comic aesthetic, the like the coloring for the art direction, and the color design. And I really love just how limited it is, because it just feels like a moving comic book to me. And it's really, really
Mm.
fun. And they do a really cute thing where in the opening sequence it changes kind of like how anime does sometimes. And every like for the title card at the end, it's always like a different like comic book cover with Peter on it, and I think that's so cool. Like Peter swings in,
Ooh.
grabs Pearl, and then like it jumps to show like the comic logo, and then it shows like the cover, and it's just like a different image. And I think that's really fun and very unique.
Oh heck yeah.
And just sort of like what they're doing with the characters, because like the way it's framed, you think, oh, is this Tom Holland Spider-Man? And it's like, no, again, the Spider Verse is infinite. We know that there are multiple timelines, especially for you non-comic fans that are just watching like Loki or something. Like you have your MCU Kevin Feige sacred timeline, but your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is like off doing its own thing somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, even with comics, like it's like how there is uh Ultimate Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man
Yeah,
and, these different like titles, they're different Spider-Mans.
yeah.
And even like talk like Spidey and his amazing friends, like that's like a completely different
Spidey and
universe.
his amazing friends confuses me because I don't know if I said this like on our test run or if I said this in our episode 0. Well, anyway, telling people that we did a test run episode. But like it's weird to like well one
We did talk about
oh
this, by the
okay.
way, but you can say it.
Oh,
But we
okay.
did talk
Well,
about
then,
it in
then
our
well, again, like
episode
I mentioned
0.
before, the thing calling Miles spin, which I think is silly, but I
Yeah.
get it, I guess, because babies will be confused. But at the same time, I'm like, you got to give kids more credit. They know who it is. And then the other thing is sometimes because of like how the art direction is and like the style is for Spidey and his amazing friends, everybody's kind of like shrunk and like kind of they look like toys. They look like little preschool toys. But it's like, okay, Miles, Gwen, and Peter are all children, but then you have like Rhino And I'm like, is this a man or a child? And then you have Tony Stark coming in, and I'm like, well, that's a man. That's an adult. But then you have Doc Ock, and I'm like, is she an adult or is she a child? It's because everybody's so shrunk, and I'm like confused.
Wow. Yeah.
I started to think about it more. Like, listen, when you're in the hospital about to give birth and you just put on Disney Junior and Spidey and His Amazing Friends and Big City Greens play on loop along with Bluey on Disney Channel, you kind of think like, I don't know who's an adult and who's not in Spidey and His Amazing Friends while I'm waiting to give birth.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And I feel like, and that's just, that's, I feel like that's got to be some sort of metaphor.
I was waiting to give
I don't
birth.
know why.
It's a metaphor.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's some sort of metaphor.
Yes.
You're waiting to give birth, and you're like, oh, I can't tell who the adults and the kids are in this animated show.
The Spider-Verse was the friends we made along the way. I don't know.
I don't know what the metaphor is. It just feels like something's there.
But yeah, I think that everybody really should watch Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, it's just really well written. It takes Peter along a journey that I've never really. It's like a similar journey, but like it's flipped in a different way that's very refreshing. And I guess kind of to go back to like how you think it kind of presents itself as if it's like, if you've seen Civil War, it presents itself with a lot of similarities, but instead of Tony showing up, and this isn't really like spoilers, this is like episode 1 or 2 kind of like
Captain America Civil War,
yeah,
right?
because that's where we see.
Okay, sorry, I think there was a Civil War movie that came out recently or something like that. So that threw me off. I was like, what?
Sorry,
Civil War? That
yeah,
movie with
Captain America Civil War, my bad.
No, all good. It just threw me off.
But yeah, like if you've seen like Captain America Civil War and how like Peter is introduced there, the setup for how we see Aunt May and Peter is almost like 1-to-1 for that introduction. Like it's young Aunt May, like that. Who's that? That Marissa Tomei? That is her in those movies.
In the home movies,
in yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah,
yes.
so like the May that we okay, yes, so yeah, the Aunt May that we see in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, like you're like, oh, that's her, because that's how it presents itself a little bit, and like they live in the apartment together, and it's not like old grandma Aunt May. And in Civil War, like Tony's there like waiting for Peter like at the apartment, but instead it's Osborn, and it kind of flips it on its head a little bit, where instead of being like the protege of Tony a little bit, it's Norman Osborn, and that's very interesting how they deal with that. And you get like a different representation or of the line, with great power comes great responsibility. And when I heard that, I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all doing something real interesting here. What's going on? I need to see more. And like, I don't want to give away too much because the show is very fresh. All the episodes are out for season 1. I think it's either 8 or 10. I don't remember how many. It's not that many. But like, we're probably gonna have to wait maybe about a year or 2, probably, I would assume, based on production cycles, for how long for the second season. But Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has just been a breath of fresh air in terms of Spider-Man content. And it's really interesting that I feel like, as a surface level Spider-Man fan, again, repeating that, as a very basic Spider-Man fan,
the biggest Spider-Man fan, of course, yes.
It feels like since Spider-Verse, like the first one, it feels like everyone that has touched the Spider-Man franchise, at least when it comes to TV and film, it's just been progressively getting better and better. And each one, just like, there hasn't really been anything that I didn't like Spider-Man wise that has come out since Spider-Verse. Well, I guess I'll like include the home movies as well. Although the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't remember very well. Was that Far Away Home? Far From Home? No Way Home?
Man, your guess is as good as mine. I know he's just Mysterio. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up again. We have technology.
We have the technology. Yeah, I kind of fell off of the Spider-Man. I guess those would be the Sony Spider-Mans,
Yeah.
right? I fell off of it after the first Amazing Spider-Man film.
You should tap back
So
in.
I haven't seen any of the Hollandaise
The
sauce.
holiday sauce.
I haven't seen any of the holidays. Um, it is it's so funny to me that like, or it's not super hilarious, but it's interesting that like the latest Spider-Mans have been played by British actors. I just find that kind of interesting
Oh yeah.
because Andrew Garfield's British and I think Tom
Yeah.
Holland's
They're
British too,
both
right?
from the
Yeah, so I
UK.
was just like, it is interesting.
I wonder if the dude that voices Peter in the new show is British. Actually, I don't know anything about this dude. I haven't looked anything. I haven't really looked anything up about anybody. I've just been watching the show.
Hudson Thames
Mm.
is the Spider-Man, it looks like, and he's an American actor and musician best known for providing the voice for
Oh,
Peter
there we
Parker
go.
in several animated installments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, most notably Your Friendly Neighborhood
Oh, there we
Spiderman.
go.
Sorry, just read the wiki.
Yeah. Okay.
Support your local
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
we need the Wikipedia. Very interesting that we live in a time
Mhm.
where like Wikipedia used to be like, no, you can't use that. Don't use that on your paper. And now everybody just uses it for everything.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
Yeah,
colleges,
they get mad
universities,
if you
or
use
yeah,
Wiki as the
courses
source.
would be like, don't cite Wikipedia as a
I think I got
source, and now it's like,
I think I
please.
got in trouble in 8th grade for using Wikipedia as a source, and my teacher was like, "That doesn't count." And I'm like, "Fuck." Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has been keeping me animated, especially with the horrors going on outside. And it's been a nice sort of like decompress watch for me and my husband. After we put our daughter to bed, we have dinner and then we watch Spider-Man. And it's just been really nice. We both enjoyed it a lot and we can't wait for more.
That's really cool. Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. It's like been something I've been interested in. When I saw the trailers for it online, so I am definitely adding it to my
Yeah.
watch list.
And I guess I know I saw some people talking about this when one of the trailers came out, but like Peter Parker is not a streamer. People thought that he was because of like something that happened in the trailer where he was like, "Hey everybody, it's me Spider-Man," and he was like on stream and he is not a streamer. There's
Gosh,
another reason
that
why that happens. But I'm not going to spoil it, but just yeah, he's not like Twitch streaming his Spider-Man antics. That's not what's happening.
okay. That I guess that's good to know. Were people upset about him being a
I remember
streamer or
some people
something?
posting like, "Oh, this is cringe," and then some people being like, "Oh, this kind of makes sense for like a Zoomer kind of new Spidey. Like that makes sense." Like,
I will say, like it. Okay, so I get that cringe, I guess, reaction because I last week I just watched one episode of Hulk and wait, is it Hulk Smash or Hulk and members of Smash? It was like this 2010s show animated series specifically about the
mhm.
Hulk and him making a team of Hulksters. Um, I don't know what else to call them. They're all Hulks. Like it's Hulk and then She Hulk and then Red Hulk
Harrison
and
Ford.
I guess Hulk from another
I
dimension.
mean, there is a
And
planet of
then
Hulks. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. I believe there's like a planet Hulk.
I guess so. I mean I don't know super everything about that. I'm super surface level Marvel. I just watched this one episode. I don't even remember why I watched this one episode. But I bring it up because I guess the whole format or yeah the storytelling format of the show is it being streaming,
Oh,
like it's one of the
hey, it's me, your
Hulksters
boy.
is like a streamer, and I think it's kind of before streaming became super
Ah,
huge. So it was kind of in this weird realm where it's like iCarly
oh my
esque.
God. Okay.
Whereas it's like, hey, yeah, it's basically that. Where it's like one of the Hulksters is very much like that. Where it's like, hey, yo, it's your boy here. We're hulking, we're smashing, yo,
We're
hey.
hulking, we're smashing. Like and subscribe.
And it is a
Smash
bit,
that
it
like and
is a bit
subscribe
cringe. It's
button.
it's a bit cringy. I was like, ooh, this is kind of hard to watch. But I kind of understand why they did that storytelling format. But I was also just like, oh, this is really, especially for early 2010s. I was like, oh
Oh yeah,
no.
2010s. Some stuff doesn't hit as much as we thought it was going to hit. And then sometimes it's like if you go back to watch something that's from like that time period, you're like, maybe that's better left in my memory bank. Instead of me watching it as an adult and critically
Yeah.
analyzing it like,
Yeah. Hulk and the Agents of Smash. That's what it was
oh,
called.
okay. I think I remember seeing that around, but I did not consume.
Hmm, hmm.
Well, now I gotta watch an episode of it just to see.
Just watch what. Oh yeah, the one episode I watched was also about Spider-Man. So
There you go. See, there's Spider-Man is in all of us. He's in our heart. Isn't that's what Miles said? Anyone can wear the mask. You can wear the mask.
anyone can. You can also wear the
Yeah.
mask. Yeah. We're all Spider-Mans. We all have our spider OCs.
I really want to tell a joke, but I feel like I can't because it'll spoil like a really interesting thing about your neighborhood Spider-Man, and I want to say it,
Don't tell it.
but
Speaking of things we can
yes.
say, let's talk about animation
Animation
news.
news, yeah. What's been going on? The Annies happened.
The Annies
Yeah, they happened
happened.
last
Yeah,
month. As
I
of recording this, we're still in February, but when you all hear it, it'll be March. So last month, we'll say the Annies happened.
yeah, and I remember hearing that Wild Robot pretty much
It was a
swept
wild robot
the
arcane sweep. It was crazy.
yeah. Who? Wait. Okay. Who won Best Animated Feature? Because I.
I didn't watch the whole thing of the Annies because I forgot that they were happening and I was putting my baby to sleep.
So winner of Best Animated Feature was Wild Robot, of course. I mean, I feel like this it basically it's like we said, it was a Wild Robot, Wild Robot arcade sweep.
Well, Wild it's kind of not surprising because Wild Robot was the most like out of like looking at the features here, right? So we have Inside Out 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, that Christmas, which I did not see. Wild Robot, Ultraman Rising, which I also did not see, but the trailers were like really cool, and Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, which again I didn't see. I only saw half of these. That's a bummer. Need to watch more. Um
Oh man, I really want to watch Vengeance Most Foul.
It looks really funny. I
Mhm.
finally watched Curse the Were-Rabbit because I hadn't seen it before.
Oh, that is
It was
such a good one.
hilarious.
Yes.
Finally watched that movie after 84 years. But yeah, looking at the list here, Wild Robot like is the most sort of like the prestige feeling film, at least out
Mm,
of the ones that I have seen. Maybe
mhm.
Ultraman is a contender for that.
Oh, I also want to watch Ultraman. Yeah, was that nominated in the
Yeah,
nomination list? Yeah, I only have the winners in front of
oh
me, so
yeah,
I
I've
was
got
just
the
like,
I've
who
got
was
the I've
actually
got the full
nominated?
list in front of me. Yeah, and it's Inside Out 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, That Christmas, Wild Robot, Ultraman, and then Wallace and Gromit. And Wild Robot won them all. One out of all of them. Yeah, like
Mm,
Wild Robot, like I saw it at a family and friends screening. Again, because my husband works at DreamWorks, and he told me that everybody like was pushing pretty hard for that film. And I mean, everybody pushes hard for anything that they work on, but at least like the knowledge that I have about Wild Robot was just that like they were really, really, like really pushing on that one, and it shows. I saw Wild Robot while I was pregnant, actually. I think I was 8 months pregnant or at the just beginning of my ninth month of pregnancy. I don't remember. And I cried multiple times during that film.
oh yeah, no, I also sobbed a lot during that film, and
It's very emotional.
it's a very emotional film, and it's one of those films I also really appreciate. Not only its storytelling, but just the little conceptual bits in it, like just how it has this interesting take on life where it's not afraid to show death and kind of like make fun of it a little bit. Like there's a specific
Mhm.
bit where there is a possum character and she has like a bunch of kids. She's a possum mom, and a lot of their existence is learning or having to be able to survive because death happens a lot. I mean, basically in this movie, it is set on this forest island filled with a bunch of different types
Mm.
of animals. So you can imagine that they don't get along and or being, predator and prey and stuff like that. And this possum mom is kind of like, all right, yeah, I have my kids. And I think there's a gag where one kind of dies off screen and she's like, oh yeah, I guess I have 6 kids now. And it's kind of just played as a joke. And it's done in this sort of manner where it's like fun and just doesn't take itself too seriously while taking itself
Yeah, it's very
seriously
like
in
matter of
that
fact,
way.
I guess would be a good way to put it. Where it's
Yes,
like, yeah, this
yeah,
happens.
it's yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's very matter of fact about like this is a part of life. Like we like people also like die. It's kind of it's a part of life. And it kind of brings that concept in a very not softening the blow sort of way, but still being very truthful about it, which I really really appreciated.
Yeah, and honestly, that joke like freaked me out for a second. I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, we're doing this." I think there were like several. I think there were like several jokes where I'm like, "That animal is dead. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
Like, was there something with a
yeah.
bird?" I think I was like, "That bird is dead. Like, what?"
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the main I want to say duck or goose characters like whole family dies. And it's like that's not taken as a joke because it is a very like powerful poignant point in the
Yeah,
film, but it's also it also is kind of joked a little bit. Yeah, it deals a lot with those concepts of like just the changes that happen in life, like
and parenting.
raising, yeah, parenting and how things change as your child or the person that you're guardian toward grows and changes and
Mhm.
learns about life. And yeah, and I can imagine how much more poignant and it can be to watching while pregnant.
Yeah.
And at that stage too about to be a
Oh,
parent.
yeah, my husband and I both were very we came away from that film. He got teary-eyed, but he didn't full on sob, he said, but I was, like, sobbing multiple times, and it really, made me think about, in that moment, like, what it would be like to be a mom and how I will have to do similar things to Lupita's character. I forgot the robot's name. Ro ro
Rose?
we have technology.
Was it Rose? We have
That's
the
the theme of this episode.
technology.
We have technology.
Yeah,
Roz, Roz,
Roz. I think
yeah,
it's
Rozbot,
Roz.
yeah, and just it made me think about, like, how, I'll be taking care of my child, like, when she gets here. I mean, she's here now, it's been 4 months, and what it will be like to want to keep her safe, to see her grow, and to try to have a relationship with her and, like, help her succeed and lift her up, and just how powerful, trying to do the best for your child is, and sometimes along the way there's going to be hurt, and just realizing that happens, and sometimes your child might have a disability or just have something that might be holding them back from, like, either like the status quo, and you want to be there to help them, and, like, I don't know, like, I have ADHD and my husband is also neurodivergent. Maybe my daughter's going to be neurodivergent, and we'll have to help her through that and show her that, like, being neurodivergent is not a bad thing. Sometimes it just happens. And
And also a
oh, go
big
ahead.
part too is like the how just the your primary directive can change or shift. Like I
Yeah,
mean, just metaphorically as a robot who suddenly has to take care of this like baby duck.
right. And the primary
And it's just like
no, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, you can just have this thoughts for how you're expecting your life to go. And then when, this new life comes into your life, like how this new life can go, but how ultimately you can have those expectations or that primary directive, but those will also ultimately change as well.
Mhm. Yeah, like I can read all the books. I can read like all the blogs, all the Reddit posts on our baby bumps. That is a real subreddit, y'all, for like people who are pregnant, or like our like postpartum and all that stuff about like what am I doing, or our parenting. But like stuff's gonna change, and honestly it already has. Like, I thought things would be one way for how we were gonna take care of our baby, but stuff has changed a little bit because like every baby is different, every family is different, and I don't know, it was like a like looking back on it, like I'm getting emotional, sorry, I love my baby a lot.
Wait, you love your
I love my
baby? What are you, a
baby. I love my
mom?
baby. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little rambly because I'm trying not to cry because that movie made me really teary eyed, and I love my baby.
It was a very beautiful film. It's a very beautiful film, and we also understand why it flipped the Emmys. And I'm kind of expecting it to like win Oscars and whatever. I don't know if that already
No, the
happened.
Oscars is gonna happen. It usually happens in February, but maybe because of the
Yeah, that's why I'm slightly confused. I'm like, wait a minute, is it happening this
maybe because of the
weekend?
fires and stuff, it's postponed.
Ah, that
We
makes
have
sense. Yeah, it would be pushed.
technology.
We have the technology.
The Oscars
But
2025, March 2nd. So in
oh, okay. So
yeah.
yeah, so it would have happened already past this this release of this
Yeah, so I guess
episode.
like once you
Um
all hear it, I guess we'll get to see if Wild Robot wins Best Animated Feature category.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful film. Like I don't it's also I love how it looks too. Like the very painterly
Oh,
kind of
yes.
like the aesthetic of Roz as this metallic thing in nature, and like the image of like in the trailer of like all the butterflies around her. Like it's a scene that happens pretty early on in the film, but it's so lovely. All the celebrity voice actors, like they did really good. And it's honestly made me think about how like, I would love to see Lupita in more animated stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
When you said the butterflies flying around too, it made me think like is this okay, so I was thinking about how it's directed by Chris
Yeah, I
Andrews,
forgot about
who
that.
like
Yes. Stitch
yeah,
himself.
famously directed Lilo and
And
Stitch.
he is Stitch, but I
Also
didn't know.
directed. Oh, he plays
Yeah, I
Stitch. Oh, I
found
did
that
not know
okay,
that.
again, my husband told me that, and he was talking about Lilo and Stitch at, like, a DreamWorks talk thing, and I was like, "Wait, what do you mean, like, he plays Stitch?" And he was like, "Yeah, he talked about it." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." I didn't know that he was
Wow,
Stitch.
Yiba Gabba Quista. I did not know that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But I also bring that up because when you said that with all the like stuff flying around in Wild Robot, made me think of The Croods, which I believe he also
He
directed. And I was like,
did.
wait, is there a moment like that in The Croods? It feels like this is a Chris Andrews DreamWorks thing to have like stuff rainbowy, beautiful effects flying around the main character.
Honestly,
I haven't watched the movie in a while, so probably don't quote me on that. But it made me think of The Cruise, and I was like, wait, does that happen also at The Cruise? Because I feel like
it
it
does.
does.
Honestly, Chris Sanders is, like, 3 for 3 on, like, movies about, like, family.
Hmm.
Because and different types of families, which is nice because Lilo and Stitch covers family dynamics when it's you lose your parents and it's just like the two
Hmm.
sisters, and then you have the Croods, which I have critique on the Croods a little bit,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
that covers like the full family dynamic when you have like the nuclear family, the stereotypical nuclear family, but
Hmm.
like the drama that comes with that, and then like putting that in like
Yeah, and isn't it like the shift in like generations, right? Also within a family dynamic, I guess.
yeah,
Like
but
just
I feel like my problem with the Croods though is that I kind of wish it focused more so on the daughter, and it felt like for
right.
me it became like a movie just about Nicolas Cage dad. And I wasn't really
Hmm.
a fan of that. I was like, oh, like I don't know, like I know it was about the dynamic between the two of them, but it felt like it was focusing a lot on him, which is also which is the
No,
same.
yeah, it is again. It's kind of like it was, or if I remember correctly, because I haven't seen it in a bit, but it was kind of about like a little bit of letting go from Nicolas Cage's perspective and allowing your kid to grow up and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So like the shift, the generational like shift and stuff
yeah.
like that, and how things change within the family as it
It's a similar
grows,
issue
sort of.
that I have though with Strange World, where I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Strange World would have been more enjoyable for me if we just kind of focused on the sun, and
Mm-hmm.
instead
And the cool card game he
yeah, the cool card game
plays.
that is an allegory for coexisting with the earth. But it felt like Strange World was just it started to shift focus more so on the dad and the grandpa, and I'm like, I don't really want to see that. personally personally
Mm-hmm.
um
Mm-hmm. I get it. I
yeah.
get that.
So yeah, Chris Sanders 3 for 3 on like maybe he's directed other films, but at least like the big ones that most people know, 3 for 3 on like family dynamics, and
Yeah,
yeah,
off
off
the
top
top
of
of
my
my
head.
head.
But yeah, that in terms of animation news, that's what's been going on. And I guess like the last little bit that we could probably talk about before we wrap up here, because like we're going on a little bit long. I guess the last little tidbit of animation news that we cover, since we're running a little bit long, but that's probably a good problem
Mhm.
to have, right? When we just start rolling and like we have so much to talk about. The goat Yuasa has a new animation studio and something else new that you said.
Yeah, I heard tell of a new Ghost in the Shell anime that's supposed to be coming out 2026. That's supposed to be focusing, or not focusing, but being a little bit more close to the manga as a manga adaptation,
Oh, so it's gonna
and
be
it's
kind of
being
horny, huh?
done. I
Because that
mean,
manga is
hey,
a
that would
little
make sense because it makes sense because it's being done by Side Saru, which is Misaki Uwasa's studio. I don't know if they did like the Devilman
it did.
Cry
Yes,
or stuff
Devilman
like that, but
Crybaby. Yeah,
yeah, Devilman Cry Baby. Yeah, so
very
I
wild.
mean, it makes sense. It would make sense if it's kind of horny because that anime was also kind of
It
horny.
was like horny with a purpose, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't if somebody's like new to anime and like they're trying to be like, "Ooh, what anime should I watch?" I would probably not recommend them to watch Devilman Crybaby first.
that is definitely. I've been watching anime for 20 years,
Yeah.
and I'm
I'd
used
be like,
to. I'm used to
watch
this.
Samurai Champloo. Just start there. That's a good entryway. That's like grounded and okay. But yeah, like Yuasa, that's really cool. I did not know that Science Saru was animating that because I had heard about the new Ghost in the Shell like 2 days ago or yesterday, but I didn't look into like who was doing it. I
Hmm.
was like, oh, that's neat. And then that was all I thought about it. But the fact that it's supposed to be closer to the manga, I'm very interested because all of the Ghost in the Shells that we've gotten have been
Divergent
I
from the
guess a
manga,
little
or
diverse.
what do you?
So I haven't read it. I just know that the OG is a little more like it's just a little more horny and the art style is like way different than what we all know from the animated adaptations of Ghost in the Shell that we've seen, like Standalone Complex and Second Gig, which I believe most of the millennials that are probably listening to you are most familiar with, and
Mhm,
maybe the elder millennials and the Xers are more familiar with like the movie Ghost in the Shell.
mhm.
That
Scarlett
you know,
Johansson. No, I'm just
no,
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
we don't talk
I'm so
about
sorry.
that. We don't
I'm
talk
so
about
sorry.
that. um, the movie Ghost in the Shell, the animated film that inspired a good portion of The Matrix by the Wachowski sisters. It's very cool. I haven't actually watched the OG Ghost in the Shell film. I have only seen a lot of Standalone Complex and Second Gig, and I probably should go through and rewatch those because as a
Mm,
teenager, a lot of Ghost in the Shell went over my head because it was very like deep and
mhm.
complex, and I was just like, I like this opening theme. That's really cool. Inuyasha just went off, and I guess I'll keep watching anime that's on at like midnight. Why not?
Mhm,
Don't
mhm.
know what's going on, but it's
Yep.
kind of cool. But yeah, that's like interesting. I will keep an eye out for that, and hopefully I have a good time with it. But I'll probably dive into OG Ghost in the Shell just to have a bit more of a groundwork for it, so I know what I'm getting into a little bit, just as like a refresher.
Yeah. So, as we come to a close, what are the things that you're looking forward to keeping you animated up to our next episode, Bree?
I guess one of the things that's keeping me that I'm looking forward to that's like going to keep me animated in addition to just things that make me happy during this really crummy time that we're living in with the horrors outside and our rights being stripped from us. Ugh. A lot of just like black joy is going to keep me animated, and some of that black joy comes from watching Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur because those the last chunk of those
Ooh.
episodes finally dropped, and now that they're out, I really want to like finish it and just see all the hard work that our peers put into that show because it was really something. Like it was Moon Girl was special, and I really want there to be more, but everybody's rolled off, and it's another one of those shows that's unfortunately like gone too soon.
Hmm.
And Lunella, if we had gotten more, I think like that show could have thrived for a very long time, I feel.
Hmm.
And just having more shows with like that show like black little girls, and even like particularly like Lunella, like a dark skinned black little girl, like thriving in different ways, and like action oriented shows like really fun and very like important. I think, to have. But, it's going to be on Disney Plus. People can consume it and make sure they watch it. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. And another thing of like Black Joy that kind of relates to animation, more so in the gaming space, I would say, that I look forward to is my weekly dose of Twitch streamer Jahara Jade. She is a Black woman who is, I think, maybe 2 or 3 years older than me. She also has a child, and she streams video games. You can catch her streams on YouTube or just watch them directly on Twitch. And she plays a lot of like JRPGs, like Final Fantasy, the Nier series, Bayonetta, and she's going through Kingdom Hearts for the first time right now. And she's on Birth by Sleep. She's playing in release order, so none of that like, oh, but the timeline. No, if you start in Kingdom Hearts, you play in release order. If you do anything else, I will come and fight you. And if anybody tells you to do it another way, I will fight them for trying to confuse you. Play in release order. Do not play any other way for Kingdom Hearts. You will be confused, and I will fight you, and I will fight whoever told you to do that.
You're gonna be confused either way, but
no, also... well, maybe only a little bit because it is a little confusing. But you can listen. It's not as confusing as Metal Gear. Like, if you're a Metal Gear fan and you're like, oh, it kills Kingdom Hearts fans, like whatever. It's like, shut up. You play Metal Gear. That's even more convoluted. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. No disrespect to Metal Gear. Metal Gear is okay.
It's like, hey, like, why you play the release order to make a little bit more sense is what I'm
yeah, so those are things that I'm looking forward to. Moon Girl and like finishing up Moon Girl and watching Jahara Jade's joy of experiencing Kingdom Hearts for the first time, because it's always I like watching people experience KH for the first time. Like, it was one of the first video game series that I really, really got invested in, and I still am invested in to this day at 31 years old.
I guess what I'm looking forward to keeping me animated is checking out Your Friendly Neighborhood Spiderman. It sounds like it's a really fun show, and it sounds like it's really cool. And I mean, just the trailer alone looks like it's great. It looks like it's fun aesthetically, and to get to hear the docile tones of Coleman Domingo,
put it on so you can go to sleep.
Enough for me.
Just hear Norman Osborn whispering in your ears as you drift off to bed.
God, I just realized I said dulcet.
Dulcet?
It's
dulcet.
Anyway, dulcet tones. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that because it sounds like it's a fun show. And I also really want to check out some of the other Annie nominated films for Best Feature. Like, I really want to watch the new Aardman film, or the new Wallace and Gromit film. It is Aardman. Anyway, I want to watch that, Vengeance Most Foul, and I also want to check out Flow. I think it was nominated for Independent. Yeah, it's the cat one. Yeah, it was nominated for Independent Best
Cat Dad.
Film. There's a cat protagonist, so I have to check it out. But yeah, the plot seems very interesting and kind of almost reminds me a little bit of Wild Robot in the sense of all these animals that have to work together, even though they are super different in different parts of the food chain. But yeah, those are the things I'm kind of looking forward to and hoping that I check out by next episode.
And Gabby's Dollhouse for the cat stimmy. Don't forget Gabby.
Maybe I'll check out an episode of Gabby's Dollhouse to see what all this cat stimmy is about.
Meow, 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 meow.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Keeping You Animated.
And listen for more episodes by going to keepingyouanimated.podbean.com, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are of the respective individual and do not reflect the views of our employers.
Thanks, guys.
Until next time.
This episode was edited by Man Lightfoot with music by Ergo Funk.